Does celibacy come automatically in advanced yoga and meditation? So this video will be discussing my opinions on that. And firstly, if you really like the contents and viewpoints of my videos, please, it will help my channel a lot so that I could reach out to more people. If you like and subscribe to my channel. And also, for those who don't know me, I am Osman. I'm a bioenergy healer on a master level with telepathic capabilities and specializing in critical care recovery and terminal illnesses, amongst a host of other physiological, psychological, and even spiritual ailments, especially treating the adverse effects of involuntary Kundalini awakening. I'm also an advanced level yoga and meditation teacher, having been practicing for almost 50 years and teaching for 44 years. In that time, studied under various masters globally and weaning the secrets from each one and creating a simplified but more effective protocols developed for the 21st century for the busy individual, right? Where it's much more powerful, shorter, faster, quicker. And as a result, I've got students now in over 100 countries, and I've also developed many simplified protocols. One of them is a 5-minute yoga and meditation program, which you can download for free from our website, yogawellness786.com, where you can also get more information on my services. Also remember, my therapies are all natural based and not a replacement for medical treatment. So, can celibacy happen automatically in advanced levels? So let me explain it. So I don't believe in celibacy, right? Because this is unnatural. You are born as a male, and there are females, males and females. You're not designed to be dysfunctional. You're supposed to be. It's natural to be in a relationship, and to withdraw from a very important aspect of your existence. Is to procreate, or or even enjoy yourself, right? It's one of the ways of enjoyment, and being in a relationship is very fulfilling. You have someone to help you and who's got your back, who's your partner for life, and also like your second half, in some cases, right, where people found the right person, or in a relationship that is very meaningful. And of course, it doesn't necessarily mean that everyone is in the right relationship. But to go into celibacy, I don't like to use that word. But what actually happens is, what people do is, by force, they, in the yoga and meditation sciences, they become monks, right? And they become celibates by forcing themselves, because they want that high level of testosterone and sexual energy to be transmuted into spiritual energy, and not to lose even a drop in the normal way, but to use it in a, because it can be used, the sexual energy can be used two ways, either for sexual function, or can be converted into spiritual energy, and that energy go and feed the pineal gland, for the pineal gland to activate, right? And become, once it's fully activated, then you come out of power saver mode of your brain function and attain the full functionality of your brain. And then you are treated like Superman by everyone, and people start worshiping you as one with God, and you are God man, which is also nonsense, right? There's no God man and all that, right? Man is not God. I'm not talking about certain saints or something, that reach. Maybe there are people, who's, I'm not, commenting negatively on any religion or anything, right? But I'm sort of talking generally speaking, right? There is no God man, right? And so what actually happens is, when you're practicing advanced level yoga and meditation, so if by default, as you're awakening your pineal gland and having a normal life, a normal intimate relationship, you're having a partner, a normal life, and you're in a marriage or whatever it is, right? And you're this thing, and you're continuing, you can still, because the energy, you can still transmute your energy. It's there. You don't have to use it only one. You can use it two ways, right? What's wrong with that? So they say, no, even one drop can be fatal, right? Doesn't make logical sense, right? You can have the best of both worlds, but what actually happens eventually, because the people saw some other advanced people as celibates, so the pineal gland takes priority over the sexual function. So it wants the sexual, as it becoming more and more active in the advanced level of practice, it starts drawing more energy. So the energy gives priority to the pineal gland and the sexual organ. So what can happen is you can have a sexual or intimate experience without any emissions. The perfect This is the perfect birth control, right? You have orgasm but no emission, right? But but it won't just come to zero like that. First, it become lesser and lesser and lesser, and then zero, because it's all being absorbed and not coming out the normal way. It's just going the other way. It refuses to emit it the organic way, and using it the quantum way, because that's the preferred way, and you can still enjoy it, but you can mindfully stop that process of spiritual, and mindfully you want to impregnate you know um, your partner, and you can do that. You control it that way, and then if you don't want to impregnate your partner, you say, okay, you can mindfully reactivate the 100% conversion, and you can enjoy intimacy without fear of impregnation, right? And also, you must understand, if the how desire or loss of control in the intimacy functions, people lose control and say, how I'm going to control myself, it's hard to control this thing. Why it becomes uncontrolled is because the the fluids become too full. It's become excess. It needs a way out, and people don't know how to transmute it. So it's just accumulating. It needs a release, right? So that causes a like a signal to your psychology and makes you go crazy. You're gonna need to get some type of outlet, right, to get rid of that excess fluid. So that problem doesn't exist with someone on the advanced level, on a senior advanced level, right, where he's transmutating it. And it's not that he's without desire. The desire doesn't get out of control. The out of control comes when you are full. So let's imagine you are in a relationship right now. Didn't have intimacy for some time, and the excess is building up, and you need some form of release, and on release you feel like zero. You like can't, it's like you got your full functionality of your brain again. It's as if, like an anticlimax. You feel like down. A lot of people feel down if they had the experience with someone that they wouldn't normally go to. But if someone very beautiful and they really love, very much, whether there is excess hormones or no hormones, then it becomes a more enjoyable experience, right? In that sense, and you enjoy, that intimacy, and it becomes much more enriching, that way. But generally, that so you are like perpetually in an anticlimax with the advanced yoga, because there's no excess. It's just, so as I'm talking to you, I am transmuting energy, right? It's happening automatically, and I'm allowing it to happen because I need to power up the pineal gland. Takes a lot of energy, right? So it's this thing, but I can stop it at willfully. I say, no, stop, mindfully stop it, because I want to, impregnate someone, or I stop and I start changing my focus onto intimacy, and then the automatic, transmutation stops. So does celibacy happen automatically in advanced level yoga and meditation? So it's not the normal advanced, very high advanced level people who's got a hang on this. They are not controlled by the desire, and they can stay away from it for the rest of the life if they want to. But it's not natural. You have to be in a relationship, right? Because you are a male, right? And there is a female counterpart, and you're not designed to be alone. You have to be in a partnership, because there is, as a male, you have certain strengths and weaknesses, and the female also have certain strengths and weaknesses. That, I mean, nice to have someone to support you, advise you. They're more creative and caring, and you need that hug and that love from someone that truly loves you, right? And this is such an amazing experience. So to answer that question, I hope all this information answers it, that it's possible for you to have more control on the higher level, but you have more meaningful relationships. You can choose your partner not out of hormonal need, but intelligently the right person who you're gonna be able to have a harmonious understanding with, where you complement each other, and you're gonna even enjoy the experience, the intimacy experience, so much better, because you're not gonna release so quickly, because it's not pent up. You can control the emission, and you can have the intimacy experience that can last hours, right? And there is also the Kama Sutra and so forth, right? And that's how that works. So hope that answers that question. Take care of yourself.